Hey guys, I'm back, and unlike mostly all other times, I am actually this time not wearing a baggy jumper and some long pants. I am wearing a dress. Why? Because it's so freaking hot. I mean, well, it was technically meant to be today, but it is still hot to some extent. So here I am, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do in this video because I kept on coming up with ideas, but every time I start a video, I never know what to do. But then again, this is just a startup channel, and hopefully you guys don't mind that. Well, obviously I've said this before, and a lot of you guys are actually really kind. So I'm glad that I can feel comfortable knowing that you guys will still stick around, even though I may not always upload a video. Well, at least every day, because, still in school. But while I'm on holidays, I will try my best to do as many videos as I can. Although the holidays is starting to sort of come to an end. I mean, I still just got a couple weeks left, which means that I might be able to post another video, but I will be going on a holiday to somewhere else, so after about a few days I'm leaving for somewhere else. I can't remember where, but it's an annual family thing that I do with my fam, and so then I might not be able to make a video. But I just wanted to see how you guys were doing, or at least ask you how you're doing, and you can say down in the description. I mean, in the comments. I can mess up my words sometimes in these videos, and I really don't like redoing a video, so hopefully you don't mind some mess ups. So yeah, on with the video. Now, last time or the time before that, I have no idea, I talked about being sick and a new thing that I'm trying to do where I talk about stuff in daily life, hoping that you can sort of just have a little laugh and stuff like that. And just to let you know about my life, because what I really want to do with my life, I want to make my mark on the world. And this time, we're going to be talking about recurring nightmares. Yep. Starting to get in the deep end of my life. Well, not too much of a deep end, but whatever. I no longer get reoccurring nightmares anymore because, well, I think I just grew out of it, as well as I have a new system in place where I make sure that I watch something before bed that is funny and I like, and spoiler alert, mainly stuff that I think a specific character is cute. Yes, I get crushes a lot, but that will be a different video. This time, I'm talking about reoccurring nightmares that I used to have when I was younger. Now, most reoccurring nightmares come on for a specific reason, because it's something it might be due to a fear you have, or something, or something that has been in your daily life that for some reason won't go away. For me, a couple of these things were, really mainly fears, not really fears these times for what I went through, but I did have one of them be due to a fear. This one was from a TV show. It used to be a thing in the past, and I remembered it being a TV show, but none of my family remembered it, and I didn't know why. But the TV show was about this tower, and there was this really boss lady person, who was the scary woman, and you would never see her face. You would only see dark shadow and just her mouth. So basically this, except you can't see any of the hands or whatever. So, by the way, sorry about the nails, kind of chipping away. Yeah. And in it, this boss lady was like the boss of the tower. Like, she's known as a boss to me because there were these kids in the TV show, and what these kids had to go through was traumatic and horrifying to a really young, like, I don't know, like 5-year-old me. And watching this, like, it was about these kids, about, like, they had to go through certain, like, traumatic experiences to stay in the tower and get fed and live. And in the TV show, there was something about the kids, I don't know, like, there was something going on and the kids could never figure out what it was, and, like, you know, they just had to keep on going through a horrible cycle. One kid always, if you're really young, you probably shouldn't be watching this, but okay, a kid would end up sort of dying, and yeah, that would be the TV show. Something in my brain that really wished to happen happened in my nightmare. So most of the stuff that happened in the TV show would happen in my nightmare. The kids would go through horrifyingly terrible experiences of trying to avoid death, and the one kid that would die would be the one to die. But then in my nightmare version, the kids that don't die get to get out of the tower, like out of the one window there is that's just big enough for one child at a time to come out of. They would have to jump and scrape something against the tower and then jump into a boat. A boat that would just take them to, like, an offshore island. Like, it would be right near the tower, but they would live. Weirdly enough, it was only bad at the first and middle bit. The last bit would just be somewhat, like, just calming down until I would wake up, which would be right after they get into the boat. Because I'm, like, you know, so I know I did say offshore island thing, but that's what I always imagined it going whenever I was in the nightmare. And yeah, that was that nightmare. Boom! Next nightmare. So, you know, the very amazing game that, well, some people don't really mind. Well, this game is Mario Bros. And I loved it as a child, but when I was younger, I used to have a fear of Bowser. Just a little bit. Just the tiniest bit. And yet, for some reason, for so many reoccurring nightmares, I was Mario, Peach in a tower, like, that's just near me when I'm on this small train thingy. Like, it's like a small train, because I am on a train as Mario, driving it around and around this one rail that connects all together, so it's just a circle. Peach is in the middle, and obviously I'm not even, like, you know, I'm hardly even trying to get her. So at this point, I'm confused of what I'm trying to do. At some point, finally, I start to move the train because I am getting chased by Bowser. Bowser is running, not on the train, but right behind the train, and I am fearing what would happen. At some point, I don't know how, but the train keeps on going on itself while I get on top of the train, like, on top of where I was sitting, which is at the very front. Suddenly, somehow, I don't know how, but I am teleported to the back. Bowser is close to me, and I have to start running to get away from him on the train. And so I end up having to, fear that I might have to jump in front of the train just to get away from Bowser, which didn't really make sense to me at the time. And Bowser always keeps on getting close to me, and in my head I'm going, aren't I supposed to be saving you, Peach? What am I doing? And Bowser is just staring at me. Even though it's my back, he is still staring at me as if he is feeling he is so close to getting me. So close. And then I wake up. And then I'm like, okay. Because it's the kind of nightmare where it's like scary at the time, I guess, but also confusing. And boom, the last one. So, you know how if you have siblings and you don't like them? Well, when I was really young, because I didn't know what I was going through at the time, I used to think that I had an anger issue and wasn't going through anxiety attacks. So the way I would go through anxiety attacks would be through rage. And because of that, I would accidentally say something to my sister that would make her start to act really mean to me. She would scream, she would shout, she would just lock her door. And at night, whenever I would see her door open, for some reason, I had a fear of it. I had a fear of my sister's door open. I never knew why. But one night, when the door was open, for some reason, it scared me so much that I went to sleep and had I think it's called a lucid nightmare. It's like lucid dreams where you feel you're actually in the dream. I'm not sure if it's the right word. I do remember there are different types of dreams and nightmares that you call them. But whatever it's called, it's the kind of dream or nightmare where you feel you're actually inside the nightmare. Where you're not aware that you're asleep and you think you're actually awake. In the nightmare, I'm in bed, but I'm awake, but I wake up and I get out, I open my door, I see my sister Ruby's door just exactly as it was. Suddenly, smoke comes out from it and I am super confused. And soon, I don't know why, but my sister and her friend come out as zombies. Now at this time it wasn't like any of her friends. It was a specific friend for some reason. I can't remember her name, and even if I knew it, probably wouldn't say it for confidential reasons. Anyway, because of this, I would be confused, but then for some reason my mind would go back into a sort of like a time travel thing where for some reason, even though they came out as zombies, we suddenly get teleported into like a tennis match. I'm not playing them, they're playing each other, and they are not zombies anymore. They are human, back to human, or whatever they identify as. And they are not playing tennis with tennis balls. They are playing tennis with rackets, yes, but with potions. They start talking as if they're planning something. I never knew what, but I was in the shadows whenever it would happen. And they would start to throw off a potion, whack it to the other side, and each time it would start to become more and more like zombies. This would be when they start to morph into the zombies and then they start to slowly and slowly want to kill me. And after that, they would start chasing me. I would be running away, and for some reason, there would be fast zombies. Fast zombies. That's partially why I never liked Minecraft in survival when I was younger, because I never knew that you could have it in peaceful mode and have it always day, which I have now whenever I play Minecraft, because I can never unsee what I used to see. Because new Minecraft when like first came out, and I was really young when that happened, so yeah. So don't judge me, but you can laugh at me. So this was all for you guys. So hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and can't wait to see you next time. So that was me, my nightmares, and my dreams. Not really dreams. Bye!